All right, welcome everybody. It's our first diamond call, our diamond Zoom of the month, April, and I'm Christina Amon, and super excited to facilitate this really special incubator of leadership and growth and intimacy. And this is where we get to really dive in and kind of explore the next layer of topics and stepping into our leadership and growth edge and some refinements of, like, okay, how's our systems working? How can we support us to kind of like on this tier of leadership, then ripple that out onto your teams. So it's a really exciting hour we're going to have here. And I want to start out by hearing from some of our rank advancers. So let's start with Leah. Do you have reception, Leah? Are you going to be clear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So Leah, our newest blue diamond, what worked for you? How did you do it? How are you feeling? What are you excited about?
Well, it pretty much just started from the beginning of the month. There was like, Christina was like, okay, you're going blue. I was like, okay, you've said this before, but I had someone join my team who like immediately started sharing, and like there was just this, all of a sudden I had several people, we were launching our spring health reset. There's just like so much energy and new brand partners and everything was just popping, and it was like, okay, like this actually is the month that I can see it happening because things are moving faster, and like I'm in the green like more than I've ever been before. And so it was like, yeah, just really running with that energy, and every day actually like continuing to make that choice. Like I've heard so many times before, like, okay, this is it, I'm blue diamond, like this is the month, like doing the meditation and picturing the blue diamond sparkling on the crown and all the things. And I, toward the end, when I was like 15,000 points away, when it was like 3 days before the end of the month, I was like, Christina, are you sure? Like, should we just let it go? And like, and she was just like, we are not letting this go. Like, it is happening. And like, you do not stop the momentum. You just like go through it. And so I was like, all right, like she was definitely my, the big like coach of like, okay, we're going for this. And like, it's going to happen. And so it was like a huge, beautiful, getting everyone on the team excited, having Leslie Zan came on and did a coaching call just for my team. And a lot of people showed up, and then doing these guest driven events to have more inspiration and invitations. And, I think just like everyone getting into the mindset and having my team come together in a bigger way than I've ever felt people come together to be like, yes. And also we really wanted Alexis to get to diamond this month because she's been having that on her action plan for like 7 months. And it was just like, for me to feel like she's finally doing that after so much, like each month not having it happen, it felt really important. And then this new person who I mentioned, she like hit fast start executive like pretty early on, actually, and like by the 20th or something like that. And so it's just like it was happening. And then we in the last few days like really just went for the marathon of like every single way we could plug people in. And we offered a free superfood on the last day for people with the purchase of more than a core 4 or more, and just like a lot of generation. I really am so grateful for Christina and all of the vision, and like that, like the knowing that this was going to happen. And like anytime anyone kind of wavered, she just like held that, and then we were just on board. And I actually went offline for a couple days and really just like prayed about it and felt my whole like being halfway for all the things that I'm passionate about. So I was like,
Starting to lose you, Leah.
Okay. There's powerful prayer space out there. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, sort of.
Not really?
Maybe go off video.
All right. Well, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there was like the prayer space and the activation space, and the strategic do we need to get to what to help make this happen, and just really working from the ground up to get people to consultant, to get their upline to director, to get their upline to executive, and and just have it ripple up the line. And so there were so many rank advancements and so many stoked out people, all in like the last 12 hours. and a little bit into the next day, because it was also really sweet to feel the company's support to give us the extension, because we were just so close, and to know that like we're all rooting for each other and we're all in together, including Amy and the company, of wanting to see this happen. And I'm super grateful. And now it's actually been a bunch of days of kind of like, after going through the storm of like picking up the pieces and like being like, okay, woo, that was like a tsunami. And I remember when on the call with Leslie, she used that word, and I was like scared that it was gonna scare my people using that word, but it really felt like that. And now it's been like, okay, picking up the pieces, and now really like how to create that solid foundation within these teams that just expanded to help really create sustainability, so that it's like sustainable growth. And that's what I feel excited for, is supporting each of the people who rank advanced, and like helping them to take ownership, so that then their teams can continue to grow in a solid way, and I can be prospecting new partners, but having those teams really expand to be more stable and solid, so that we can just have sustainable growth. Like that's really the balance, creating balance in my life and in my team, and sustainability for the long term.
Amazing. So amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna like highlight that one line Leslie said, which was, something about, and I might just be actually paraphrasing here, but something about like the kind of growth that the company is in right now is like a tsunami. And it's like, where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the sidelines, or do you want to be like going with it? And I think that is something I watched Leia's whole team just be like, feeling that momentum and feeling that wave, and just being like, yes, let's all jump in, and how that whole team came together. And I will say that what it was these guest driven events. Leslie said on that call, she said, and I might be training on this tonight on the Leslie call, I'm not sure. I want to give everybody time. Maybe I'll at the end of this call weave it in, but she said, in order to make this happen, you're going to lead 1 to 2 guest driven events for the rest of the month. And I was like, what? Like, I don't even ever do guest driven events. Like, I hide from them. And there was my learning curve, and we jumped in, and now we just finished one before this call. We're just doing guest driven events every day, doing panels, doing lives, doing interviews, like just jumping in and doing that. And I want to share more about it, but that was amazing. Congratulations, Leia and Alexis and everybody else. And I want to bring on Carrie Drinkwine, who's now here, who's one of our new Red Diamonds. Are you able to share with us, Carrie, about your run and how you decided when the tsunami is coming not to be on the sidelines? Double rank, right? Double rank month? Absolutely.
I need to get to a quieter spot. I'll be right there.
Okay. All right. She'll be right here. So can I bring on Jen then? Because she would be like the next.
Yep.
Okay. There you go,
Can
Jen.
you hear me okay? Do I have a long pause?
You're good. You're beautiful.
Okay. Great. Thanks for having me on. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to talk for Carrie, but we all rallied for her. We were praying for her. We were working up late, trying to get in all the points for her. Ultimately, at the end, it was like, she was like, slow down, because I don't need you to keep ranking up. I was like, I guess I'm not that close. So, but no, we were really rallying together as a team for sure. And, she helped me go Green Diamond. I mean, Carrie is amazing. Her wealth of knowledge is absolutely just what my team needs. And it's beautiful. I've been able to really just listen in on all of her calls, and that's what's helping me really truly be able to support my team and all of the customers I have. And it's been amazing. Yeah. And then I was just on that call with Dave and Amy, and that was so fun and beautiful. And now I have that to be able to send to potential partners, which is amazing. I wasn't even thinking about it for that, but now that's something that where if somebody's interested, I'm like, hey, here's the owners and they're interviewing me. So it's such a beautiful thing that I can send out to potential brand partners. And I just had somebody talk to me, and she was so resistant to Purium. She still is. She's like, I'm kind of resistant, but like, I could probably sell this. Like, should I sell this? And I was like, yep, you should sell this. So it's just funny how people come like full circle. She was super resistant. And I just kept leaning into her, staying positive. And that's just how I lead my team, just staying positive, upbeat, excited. And yeah, we're going blue this month. I'm right there. I'm right there. So
amazing. So incredible. This momentum, this like your whole line, your whole lineage just popping every month, new rank advancements. I saw that with Christine Roseberry's team, months ago, and I was like, what are they doing? I upload button, like I need that to happen. And y'all are doing it, and it's so amazing. And do you want to bring on your newest diamond?
yeah, Deetra, girlfriend, come on, babe. We'd love to hear from you.
Hi. Yeah, it's been a great, can you guys hear me? Okay, it was a good month. It was a crazy month. I'm just blown away every time I hit a new rank. And really, the only thing I can contribute it to is the favor of God and an amazing support system, an amazing team. Really leveraging my people in the South who have not had exposure to this. This is like a breath of fresh air for all of my friends back home in Arkansas who have only just had a few options. And so really learning about what regenerative health is and understanding that they don't have to suffer, and seeing that it's exploding. And so because of that, I mean, the majority of my team is in the South. And so because of that, we're having huge success, and they all want to learn. And there's just every day people reaching out going, I want to know more about this. I want to join this amazing company. And then also something that is important to me, which I say it every time I get the chance to speak, is really educating people from all walks of life. And I think that platform is really picking up, and people are learning that the illness, the dis-ease that they've been sold their whole life doesn't have to be their reality forever. And so it's empowering for them. And so people want to join this movement. And so because of that, it's been very easy to grow because people are catching the vision, and then they get the beautiful support behind them. And so it's been amazing. It's been so amazing, such a gift. And like Jen, I had an interview with Dave and Amy. I think it was last Friday. It was for the Million Mom movement. And even though I'm not a Million Mom movement recipient, I do have that very close to my heart to share with people, because I just think it should be equal. Everybody should get a chance, and financial issues or limitations shouldn't keep you from that. And so I was able just to share my heart around that. And now I have this beautiful resource to share with other people, to say this is not just a Deetra thing, but all the way to the top. They really have this heart and this passion, and builds belief in people. So you're not really having to sell anything, because it's so genuine and heart-centered that sells itself.
Amazing. Congratulations on your success, Deetra. You've been so inspiring to so many of us, and really heartwarming to see, so many of us have just wanted to see this access open up to more places, more distant places, more people who have had fewer opportunities and fewer access, and to change those financial stories, and to change those health stories is it's like why we're all here. So thank you so much for being an ambassador with that. And you're beautiful, and I'm so excited for you. And Carrie, I think you're ready to share. And Queen Carrie, double rank, red diamond. Are you ready to come on and share with us, you know, big up your team and share it with us, your secret sauce, and celebrating you.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm like soaking wet because I just went to the steam room. So I'll tell you, it was the most amazing thing ever. But I did totally burn out. Like I've been having a migraine and a fever for the last 2 days. And I think my body is just like, ah! I mean, it was so intense, but it was also easy at the same time. It was like, I mean, I really had to pull myself out of the clinic. That's how I did it. I was still seeing patients. I was still seeing new patients, but I was no longer doing body work, which sucks like almost 50% of my clinic hours. So I was able to transfer those hours over to my team. Like I basically just I worked till morning till night. I took calls at 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. I mean, that's just how it was. So it wasn't, I'm not going to say it was a balanced run. But we flew past Red Diamond. We were like 7,000 or 8,000 points over in the end, which was amazing. And it was interesting because I had, I said like, oh, I'll hit Black Diamond and heading towards red, but it just wasn't resonating with me. Like the entire time I didn't feel Black Diamond. I kept visualizing like, no, I'm going red actually. Like I see that and I feel that. And so I just kept that vision all the time. Like, oh, I'm going Red Diamond. And I will tell you that like the most epic couple of breakdowns I had was like realizing that I was really dependent on one leg. And it was just like paining me. Like, can I get this person there? And I just had to let go. Like, I just had to completely let go. I had 2 afternoons where I was like pacing and anxious and like feeling super neurotic. And I just had to go out to the ocean, cry and visualize Red Diamond and just like know that I was being held and it was all in motion because I've laid the work. I've laid the groundwork. So that's a lot of what I did. It's just every day I was like, I'm totally going red. Like it felt so like, absolutely it's happening. And I really just stepped into that posture. Like there's nothing that can slow this down. Like it's happening. It's just a matter of what day it's happening. So what I did different this time was leveraging my time. I opened up a lot of time. I mean, even when Jen was in Mexico here with me, we were taking calls late at night, early in the morning. It was just nonstop. But I was in yes mode. And I think what's that? Yes, she's sleeping. I think what made the difference was just like decision and then action, like aligned action. And so, I just got a message. I was like, I'm on the diamond call. Never mind. So decision and aligned action. And then we did a lot of events. So I started doing a team call for my team. We did a first of the month out of the gate. Whole team, everybody that was running met together, said their roles. We guided them through, we mapped it out. We did a 15th of the month mindset check-in. I did 2 of those a day. I did a noon and a 7:30 for whoever worked days or worked nights. And then I did a 25th of the month sprint to the finish. So I was like on my team and we were together and like motivation comes in together, like when they see everyone on there having the same insecurities or hearing a success story, they really start to like rally together. And I was like, ladies, we're so close. And I think that each person felt a sense of excitement and sort of responsibility to show up, but in a non-pressured way, like in a really beautiful way. So those were 3 things one thing that I implemented those 6 calls, but it was 3 days of the month. And then we started doing a Monday and Friday Q&A. And I did noon to 12 to 12:30 every Monday, every Friday on a different regenerative health topic and tied in solutions at the end and sent people back to where they came. So it's really more like building our brand. Like we talked about diabetes, we talked about mental health, we talked about fibromyalgia, we talked about chronic pain, we talked about soil health. So we have now all these resources that I've put together. So now we have like a resource catalog for when somebody's dealing with fibromyalgia, here, send this link. When somebody's dealing with diabetes, here, send this link. So it was really just committing and like not just wishing, hoping, and holding vision, but taking like really strategic action. And pretty much every single call that we hosted at noon had at least 2 people that purchased from it, minimum. It was like sometimes 5, sometimes, and then we did a BizOp Zoom too. We did a BizOp Zoom and that got me 2 or 3 partners and it got a couple other people partners. So we're creating resources and I just commit. I'm not going to lie. It was not like a walk in the park. I worked from Mexico inside, like but it was what really got me there was like my view of my balcony to the ocean. I was like, this is the life I'm creating. So I had to remove myself from the environment that made me sad and depressed, to be fully honest. The clinic, I love helping people, but it doesn't bring me that much joy. It's like, oh, I'm in this room all day long, one patient after the next, after the next, after the next. So I had to remove it. I literally had to I for sure spent what I made being in Mexico, for sure. But it was like, I had to remove myself and go, this is the life I'm trying to create. And so this is my motivation to create it. So I worked my ass off, to put it lightly. And now I see, like, I feel really emotional about it. And I'm so proud of my girls, and I'm so proud of my team for like coming in and just adopting everything, like echoing it out to their teams, getting their people on calls. Like, Jen is organized, Deetra is organized. It never felt like we were running to calls. It was just streamlined. They booked an appointment, I was on Zoom. They booked an appointment, I was on Zoom. And like literally it was all day long. I would have Zoom calls, just one after the other after the other. And I just hit start on each one. I just didn't even look up. I just kept going. And I had to hire a full-time nanny. She just would bring the baby in and nurse and then take him away. So there was a lot of shifting that had to happen to make it happen. But now I feel like the foundation is there, and I've built leaders, and so now it's going to keep rolling. Like, I feel like Crown is just around the corner. Like, I'm running for Crown this month. This month we're like 7,000 in the green from last month already. So that was a long share, but I just wanted to be super real. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, I hit a diamond, guys. I was on the beach. No, I did take my lunch breaks on the beach, and I did daily meditate. Like, I made sure I had that time to like visualize my goal. And then my lunch break was like a hard 45 computer. But yeah, that's how we did it. And we did it together. And now, having the really wide structure is showing to be really beneficial, because I did not know about the 50% Crown rule. So now I know that because 50% of my volume doesn't come from one leg, I can actually rate Crown with volume alone. And that's super exciting to me. So, I fully believe that Jen's going blue though, like all the way. So it's like still a no issue, but now there's not that like anxiousness and pressure. It's like, oh, this wide structure is finally paying off. So yeah, thanks for letting me share. I'm glad.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, you're a different person. Can you guys feel that? Like, for those of you who have been around and know and can tune in to Carrie's, like, since we're here doing real talk, that you just said it yourself, there's no more anxiousness. Like, drop a 2 if you can sense that. Like, yeah, it was hard work. Yeah, you worked your ass off, but you're not radiating anxiousness right now, which, having been as close to you as I have for a couple of years now, and those of us who have seen it, like, that's gold. When we can work our ass off and we can recover from that, that's totally different than living in anxiety all the time, And so it's all about how to create sustainability, right? And you spoke to that, like, you've now established this foundation, and that's why you're so confident and hopeful about your future runs. Like, you know what? I just burnt out. I just had fever. Like, I'm recovering. That was super intense. I bet, and you can confirm, I bet you don't think you'll ever have to do that again. To that level.
No, I don't. And I feel good. Like, I'm actually going to block 3 days next week, or 2 days at least, where I take 0 calls. Mm-hmm. And actually my husband's flying home, and I'm taking the nanny with me to my friend's beachfront villa all by myself, and just going to go deep into like meditation and spiritual awareness and journal and do whatever I need to do to take care of me. And Jen will take those calls because we've been raising leaders, and it feels really good. So I have like the utmost confidence in my team, and they're just all amazing. And I think the other thing that's why these ladies are on fire too is that we leave no one behind. Like, we make sure everyone is plugged into the system, getting the right schedule. They're supported with our app. They're in it. They have every single person that purchased had a connect call. Not one of them was off on their own trying to buy a kit while it's dropped on their doorstep. So I think that creates duplication in long-time customers. And although it takes more time on the front end, it's long-term sustainability.
Amazing. Exactly. And that's exactly why I am willing to work my ass off in short spurts, because I know how exponential that effort goes into the longevity that you just spoke to. So for anybody who's having that, like, oh my gosh, do I have to burn out to hit red diamond? Like, the answer is no. She did double rank. And I will say, when I double ranked to crown last May, I hit a wall afterwards. Like, it was freaking intense, and I recovered. And this particular run, I also ranked this last month. I was chilling, honestly. I was chilling. I did not stress, and I guess I'll share later. But yeah, short spurts, you can be willing to dive in and go hard when you see the bigger picture of what it's turning into, and you can do spurts sustainably. So thank you so much, Carrie. That's super powerful. And I want to highlight one more thing you said and did, raising leaders. That's your ticket to retirement. That's your ticket to, like, I'm taking off 3 days. Thank you very much. And I'm not going to run like that again. It's going to be more sustainable and less burnout because of this foundation and the raising of leaders. And that is super gold. So thank you so much. And I'm going to let Ashley come on and bring in your new diamond because of timing and availability and stuff. So we're just doing order based on people's needs for now. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Carrie and everybody, so inspiring. And I'm so happy for you and your team, and so amazing to see all your hard work paid off. I can't remember what call it was, but I just remember being on a diamond call where you were just like in the totally different frequency that I know most of us have been in, of like, I'm frustrated, I have structure stress, it's not happening. And now all of a sudden, like, you have all these leaders and you have people ranking diamond and colored diamond, and Jen and Deetra, so proud of you both. And it's really inspiring, Carrie. I'm seeing you as crown mama 100%. Yeah, I'm super excited. I love hearing everybody's shares. I think it's so special how we all have our different ways of ranking and making things happen. And it was so cool after your share, Carrie, to hear Christina say, oh yeah, I reached 2-star crown pretty much chilling. And like, it can look so many different ways. So yeah, I'm really excited. Jessica, if you're able to come on and share, Jessica is a new diamond on my team. And this is a goal Jessica has been working towards for a while. And her team really rallied together to make it happen. I won't share for her. I'll just let you come on, Jessica. Like, just share with us, if I don't think you were here at the beginning of the call, babe, but we're just sharing like what it was like to hit your rank and how you did it and what you feel like supported you to make it happen and all that good stuff. So I love you. Congratulations, babe.
I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for our anniversary vacation, which I'm so excited to be. I hit diamond and now I get to go celebrate with my husband 1 year of marriage, and just all the work that I've done to get here. I'm a full-time student, and I think I last summer to showing up in the business for a full year and really like running and making and working really hard, showing up daily, weekly, just not giving up, and building a team. And I did, and I've built this incredible team that really has run with me, and that's been really inspiring. And there've been times where I didn't really feel like going or keeping on going, but my team, especially Michelle Mabel, she's just been killing it and showing up, and her team showing up with the Widen Your Reach and seeing them get their points has inspired me to get my points. And since the Widen Your Reach promo, I've pretty much, I think I probably only missed out on 66 points the entire time. I really made a point to show up and do that. And in response, my team has been doing it, and that was a huge part of it. I think it was the day before the end of the month, and I was just getting out of the student clinic, studying acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and I was so tired. And Ashley reached out to me and was like, where are you going to get that last 1,000 points, babe? Or I think I had like 750 points. And I was like, I had finals and all these other things. So the last of the month was finals week for me too. So it was interesting. Like this last month, I wrote diamond on my piece of paper, and then a week into the month, I just sort of like let it go. And I just let it go. And I focused on my studies. I knew finals were coming up, and it happened. Like my points just kept going up and up and up and up. People were placing orders. My brand partners were running for fast start bonuses and all sorts of things. And just, it was
Jessica,
really
you're a
quite
little hard
easy,
to
but
hear.
it was
Do
the
you want to go
months
off video
past
and that
where I
way?
worked my butt off to get brand partners.
No, we're not
Sure.
hearing you at all.
Anyway, I think it was the work that I did in the past that made it so easy this month. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that I hit it. Is that better?
A little bit. We heard that last part for sure. Ashley, do you want to summarize any of that?
Okay, I guess. Thank you.
Yep, you're amazing, Jessica. I think you guys can hear me okay? I'm off video
Yep.
too because I don't have
Yep.
good service right now. Okay. Everybody's robots today. I love it. I'm so happy for you, Jessica. I'll just summarize. Yeah, I think what Jessica was saying was that, this was a goal she had for a long time. And on the last day of the month, there was still a little chunk of points to come in. And it was just kind of being the space of like, I have finals, I've got a massive headache, like our house flooded, all these things going on. Has anybody ever felt like they're just up against all the opposition and didn't have I just don't have the energy to show up and like bring in those points. Like I just need to take care of myself. And this is where the teamwork piece is so beautiful. I just said, it's going to happen. Like we're getting you there. And then I taprooted. Like I went into her back office and I was like, where are we going to get these points from? Who can bring in widen your reach points? Who can submit things today? Who's close to reaching a rank? Who's close to reaching a K club goal? And Jessica ended up, I think she ended the month, close to 2,000, if not 1,500 points over what she needed for diamond. So it was amazing to see that happen, and just it was her team running and everybody showing up for their own goals, and then also doing that taprooting and stepping in to support her team. And so I love about this business, we get paid when we support other people to get paid. So and the widen your reach points, if you're not doing those, I mean, Jessica probably that's something she's duplicated so well. She's been doing the widen your reach, and therefore her whole team has been doing it. So out of everybody in my lineage, I think Jessica's team has more widen your reach points than everybody. And it was probably, I didn't do the math, but I'm tempted to say that if it weren't for widen your reach, the diamond points might possibly have not been there. I mean, we would have worked it out, but the widen your reach points certainly helped. So widen your reach was huge. So yeah, if you guys aren't taking advantage of that, get on it, babes. Thanks so much for letting us share. Love you, Jessica. Thanks, Christina.
Awesome. That was really powerful. And it's so true. Like even people who aren't running for a goal will often be willing to do widen your reach just to help you out. They're like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. Those people who have a hard time sharing, with their network, but they'll do widen your reach. So take advantage. Awesome. Congratulations, Jessica and Ashley. Super great work. Dana, you want to bring on your new green diamond? Are you able to share?
I think Dana actually hopped off.
Oh, okay. Tala, or Mary Beth?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, Taka, I don't know if you're available to jump on video, but I just want to welcome you, my dear, to this family, to this container. I am just so impressed by how you have just hit the ground running, triple ranked to executive in your first month, and then ranked up to Fast Start Diamond in your second month in Purium. And you immediately built a team. And, you know, despite all sorts of shifting craziness, you know, as I think there are many moms on here who can relate, you built a team of amazing leaders, and you popped off 2 Fast Start executives in your second month on your team, and 2 new directors. So really like modeling how, you know, we rank by lifting others up, by elevating leaders, as well as prospecting and having all sorts of other people yourself. So I am so proud of you and so stoked to welcome you here to this container, and would love to hear from you a bit about how you're feeling and what this month was like for you, and what it's yeah, congratulations. Let's please share with you. Are on mute still.
How about that? Am I off? Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for that, Tala. I'm so grateful. You know, it's amazing. When I really got the concept of duplication, I remember I was having like a coaching moment with Tala, and I was trying to do all the work myself. And he was like, wait, let me step in here with, you know, with your team so you can really stay focused on income producing activity, on prospecting. And I remember I had this little resistance, and then I just trusted and let go. And it was amazing because I was really able to focus on my team building that, you know, the first month when I triple ranked executive, and my key players that I brought on right out of the gate, which were really dear, like old friends of mine. And 2 of them actually single mamas in a, you know, very similar situation financially as myself. So there was this real hunger and this real passion, you know, on my team to just go, okay, like, here's the Fast Start window, here's the UBT promotion, here's the Widen Your Reach, let's do this. So my very first brand partner, Rosie, Isla Rose, who's like living in a cabin in BC with like her phone doesn't work half the time, her car's broken down, her computer's like half working. She actually ranked executive last month on her second month, and she pulled her mama all the way up with her and triple ranked her mom to executive in her first month. So it was just the most incredible thing, because her family had been living in a really deep, like agricultural area where they used a lot of pesticides. So the outreach that they did inside of her community was just, I mean, groundbreaking for that community. And it's continuing to ripple out. So I'm just so grateful for my upline, for Tala, the coaching that is available, the strategy, the tools that are available here on this path, really make it, you know, feasible, and like you can fully plug in and you have this incredible support. You know, something amazing happens when, you know, people kind of click over from understanding the value of what they're receiving as a customer, and then seeing the bigger picture about what they can actually do in their communities, not only helping people, you know, meet their nutritional needs, but also pull their families out of poverty in this way. I mean, it's so inspiring. It's so huge. And I'm just so grateful. So I'm going for my green diamond run this month on my 3rd month, and I'm feeling, just looking at my numbers in my back office, and my team is already rocking it right at the first of the month. And I'm just so excited and for everything that's coming.
Amazing. Thank you for bringing your voice and your presence here. I'm so excited for you to bring your energy to this group and for your team. You're already pretty much at executive volume on the 5th of the month. So that's a really, really beautiful, strong start to your Green Diamond run. So lots of love and congratulations. I'll turn it back over to you, Christina.
Congrats, Taka. So inspiring. And I'm going to pass it over to Mary Beth. And then Rachel, you're going to be next with your people. So Mary Beth, what you got for us?
Yeah, sorry I'm off video. I'm not in the best service, but I just want to congratulate Rita for hitting Red Diamond, even though she's not on the call, but just shout her out. And then Michelle, who hit Green Diamond. So Michelle was also in Mexico and traveling, but made it happen with the help of Mary. And so Michelle, if you just want to jump off and share a little bit, congratulations. And congratulations, Taco. What a great, great share.
Thanks so much, Mary. Thanks, everyone. So fun celebrating so many people. It's just been really neat, and neat for me to move up through the ranks too, and to be able to have done it from Mexico. That was pretty huge. So it definitely took everybody on my team. It took me being very discerning with my time, but also very purposeful. So really the time blocking and good tracking, and then just really supporting my team and giving them the challenge of bring me a connect call every day, which, sort of happened to some degree with some people. So it was just really neat to be able to help others get comfortable through connecting with me. And now they're leading their own calls and doing unboxing. But I got into a little trouble with the structure. And so last month I went over points, but I didn't have the structure. And so this month it really made me realize that I can't just depend on the same people every time. And something that Mary Beth or maybe even Christina had said, like your diamond people aren't going to be your green diamond people aren't going to be your, and so the only basis I have is I was diamond maybe 5 months in a row, and it was a different, it was kind of the same 2 legs, but then that 3rd leg was always somebody different. And so really just going into this month is, just thinking about that and coveting my prospecting time as well, but then just getting everybody really good at this onboarding. And things have shifted in the past couple months because of Widen Your Reach and Superfood Social going away. So it's just been really neat to dig in with my team. And so many people have had so much profound health journeys. They didn't really even get into it to start promoting or selling Purium, but now are like feeling so much better. So it's just been very interesting from a management perspective of like helping people with their health, and then all of a sudden having this transition and wanting people to have success. So the biggest thing for me was really being diligent with my time. And I just had to lean in super hard to my tracker and lean in to the tools of following up and time blocking. I think that's what really helped. And then of course, I couldn't have done that without my team and Mary's team and Amy, and people just really taking the challenges to heart and rising us up. I mean, I did not do that on my own. So yeah, I know I want to be respectful of time. I know we have a couple other people, but that's pretty much where it's been for me. And since the beginning, I've just had this posture of my health first and not being attached to an outcome, which I think is really what is helping me move through the ranks, because it's not coming from a place of striving or trying to make something happen. It's just continuing to open my energy to what is possible, and really like leaning into the system and allowing the spaciousness so that I'm not pre-qualifying people, and I can also help my team when they are to really just move into spaciousness of non-attachment. And instead of trying to, I think Christina, you said this to me, like, you can't just drag people up the hill, like get to the top of the hill and then cast the flowers and, work with a population that has chronic illness. And so I've been really just trying to embody the meaning of what that is, and just providing space for people to heal, but not getting sucked into the story of what's going on. And that's a big piece for me too is also learning how to tell my story without re-traumatizing myself over and over again. So just listening for it in other people and helping coach through that. And it's unfolding for me at the same time, if that makes sense. So that's what I got. So excited to be here. We're going blue. There's no doubt about it. Really excited people, really healthy people. And they're just like, I want to help you, alkalize this planet. And so what do I need to do? And so it's just been super fun. So I definitely need to take some notes about these guest-driven events and somehow really managing my energy so that it's not just like one at a time, because that's where I'm getting to a point in my growth where that's not sustainable. And so, just having these tools and having like a catalog, like Carrie said, so there's some really golden nuggets. I'm glad you're recording, and I'm looking forward to tightening up my ship a little bit. So thanks.
Girl, you've done a great job tightening up your ship so far. Like, I can really see the shift. You have been steadfast, steady. You're an amazing student. You're just consistent. You're growing for it all the time. Like, I really just want to honor you. And I have no doubt you're going blue as well. And I'm super excited for this achievement of yours. Good work. So now I'm going to introduce my accountability buddy, Rachel Ballensott, who just went 2-star crown after, you can tell us how many years since you hit crown, but this is like a super huge achievement. And it inspired me to also hit it. I was like, we're doing it together. So tell us what you did. You're amazing. I'm so excited to hear your share, and then bring your people on.
Thank you. Well, I'm thinking about what what I've been doing differently since January. And the little backstory is like, up until January, I had been going back and forth. I've been mostly ranking at Red Diamond, occasionally ranking at Crown since 2017. So for like 4 years, 18, 19, 20, 20, yeah. So for like 4 years, I've been ranking, or 3.5 years, I've been ranking it mostly Red Diamond. Maybe 3 to 5 times I've ranked at Crown. And part of it was that like I didn't have a strong why anymore, because I was like, well, I'm making income, and I didn't have like a lot of inspiration to like get to the next level. And then I fell in love, and then my partner was like, I realized I really wanted to retire him, so my why got strong again. It's like, oh, I want to retire. I want us to retire like together. I want us to have time together. I want us to like be together, because we live an hour and apart. And so that became like a real strong drive. And also just not having a lot of distractions because it was COVID, and not having, whatever relationship distractions. It was just like really easy to focus. But one of the things I did during that focus time is I really tightened up my systems and my message. I got really clear on a few different things. So one of them is how to train people to consultant in their first 10 days, and to like micromanage the hell out of them, and training my team to micromanage the heck out of their consultants. I call it micromanaging. And, I don't tell the consultants we're micromanaging them, but I do. It's really, I learned this from, what is his name? Fraser, the network marketer guy from England. I forget his name, but he's really cute.
Maybe Brooks.
Yes, Fraser Brooks, like he's adorable. And when I went to GoPro a while ago, a couple of years ago, like he said this message, and it really stuck. And I started really taking that to heart, that like, we can't let people fail in their consultant period. Like, it's just like, there's just no way about it. We have to make sure they get to consultant, because then they'll be trained to get to director on their own. Not on their own, but I mean, they'll have that training then, and the know-how to get to director. And so it's like, that training period is so important to make them $300 in that first 10 days. And then just telling them it's totally possible, just assuming it's possible and telling them it's possible. And the more that I saw those fast start consultants, the more I believed again that it was possible. And so then it was just, I was telling everyone they can do it. And then they believed because I believed. The UBT group is like huge. Thank you, Christina and Mary Beth, for how your that application process, I think, is gold to get people to do. It's the one incredible way to get people to do their action plan and to do everything and to have buy-in. It's like, I'm in this private group. If I want to get into the group, then I have to do this thing. I have to commit to every Zoom. So today I had 35 people on my UBT Zoom, which was right before this, which was like mind blowing. I'm like, I can't believe I have 35 people on my UBT Zoom. It's like this specialty group, and like there's 35 people on here. And that was amazing to me because since January, it's grown quite a bit. And really just like, and one thing that was really empowering is, so I never looked at my back office. I was not somebody who, I hated my back office. I hated the matrix. I'm like, I cannot stand numbers. I'm a visual person. I'm an artist. Like that's the last thing I want to do is look at numbers. Like that's just, to me, was really annoying and boring. And so I never really got in the habit of it. And from the beginning, you know, someone else would tell me what my numbers were. And I realized I never got in the habit of looking at my back office because I was always expecting someone else to look. And so one of the things that I've done, and I think this is duplicated really well through Jillian's team, is I ask, whenever I get on with somebody, I ask them what their points are, and then I ask them what their team's points are. So I'm having them do it. I mean, I'm looking, and I know now because now I've gotten the habit of looking, but to train them differently than how I learned, I was like having them to look at their own numbers. And so I would just say, how many points do you have? Okay, so you have this many points, and I would show them where to look. I would tell them, like, go look here, and then here's where you're going. So helping them see it themselves, right? For me, that is a game changer in my team, is because nobody was really looking at their points and knowing their points. And, you know, it was a lot of like blind running. And so I feel like this is, for me, is different than how I was doing it. So really getting people comfortable and in touch with and used to using their back office, because that was not my forte. And then also really having Jillian, of course. So Jillian joined in January 3rd, and she ranked executive her first month, and in 2 weeks got to diamond her second month, and then green diamond last month, her third month. And so I really saw the beauty of how she was born into the Fast Start system. She was born into every Fast Start, including Fast Start Diamonds. Now Fast Start Green Diamond, which now exists because of Jelly and Jen too. I think they were accountability buddies, so that was fun to watch them do that together. But we also tightened systems together too. It was great to see what was working and what wasn't working, and to actually like refine with her. I think that created like a really nice blueprint for the entire team, and everyone's been inspired by her ranking, going, okay, well now I want to rank, because when they see other people ranking fast, that helps other people feel that they can. And that culture was created with the Bliss, which is why I came back to Bliss. That culture of the Monday calls, we're having people who newly ranked in the Fast Start, having always just the Fast Start rankers speak, really has cultivated a belief, I think, through all of Bliss Ohana and Superfood Social. I think it's created this, I think it's sent like a ripple effect, having that belief in fast starting and the fun of it and the excitement about it, because everyone's passionate, like I just hit fast start, woo! So there's like this constant excitement, and it's so fun. So I think that's so crucial. I think Leslie Zan is right. It's you got to tell those fast start stories, because now I can just tell that story all the time, and I'm always like, oh, so and so got to fast start in 10 days. You can totally do it. Oh, they got fast start director, fast start. You know, so it's really great to tell those stories to give people a belief that it can happen. But then the other side of it is also really showing them how in those first 10 days with the Widen Your Reach promo, really like showing them how, and like having that be a way that they get attention, and then also doing that reach out of the 20 people in their action plan. And for me, the simplified system is not giving them the whole onboarding at once. It's like, let's just get you to consultant in your first 10 days. That's how you're going to learn. You're going to learn as you go. And in those 10 days, you get to that. And then we're going to lay on like all the details and all the, back office stuff and like all those details, but not bogging people down with too much information so that they don't know where to start and don't know what to do. They just need to know, what is the action step for tomorrow? What is the action step? What do I need to do this week? I just enrolled. What do I do in the next 3 days or by Friday? Right. And that simplicity is gold, because then they will do that. They don't feel overwhelmed. Jillian was like, hit the ground running. She kept even saying, she was even practically herself saying, I'm ignorance on fire. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going for it. She would say that, those words came out of her mouth often. And I didn't overtrain her. I felt like I worked at her pace. I know that now she probably feels there were some holes. Looking back, it's like, how do I structure? But I also really recognize how important what Leslie Zan said, to keeping it so simple that it's doable. It has to be so simple that it's doable, because some people, if they get too much information, they start focusing on information and not on action. And so we got to kind of have the fine line because there's different kinds of people. Some people jump into action, some people jump into information. And we got to make sure there's like, you know, that people have a balance so they're not getting too much information and they're not running. So there it is. That's my little piece. And Jillian, thank you so much for helping me get to Crown. So then I ranked Crown, and I think at the end of January I ranked Crown, and so that was February, and then I was Crown for 2 months, and then ranked 2-star Crown. I'm actually on pace for 3-star Crown, which is blowing my mind. So we'll see. All right, Jilly, tell us, how'd you get to green? Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, my phone's about to ring because I have a Connect call. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is just people believing in you too. I think Rachel always believed in me that I could do it. And just with that alone, you think, wow, I'm believed in, I'm going to do this. So, you know, just the fact that she ran with me so hard because it all happened so fast, you know. Like the first 2 months, it was like $10,000 set sale, like 8,000 the first month, 10,000 the second month. And it was just so crazy, like the amount of Connect calls. And it's just like, oh my God, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I guess I keep telling my team I'm the perfect example that you can be successful without knowing very much. Lean on your upline. So that's what we've been doing. And of course, I'm really grateful for having an accountability buddy, Jen. We've been back and forth. We've never met, but we're both wedding planners, and just like, I don't know, it's just funny. It's been really fun to run with somebody, side team. And I think also just understanding too, I was so sales driven at the beginning. It was just all about product, and then realizing that there had to be a structure for diamond, and realizing that there has to be a structure for green, and then just switching focus to, okay, this can't just be about me anymore. It has to be about leadership. And that flip happened so fast for me. I didn't really see it coming. I didn't even understand the structure at the beginning. And that's actually been really great. It's been really exciting to watch my team hit ranks. And I would say that's just as exciting as hitting your own. So yeah, I'll keep it short. I've got a call coming in, so I just don't want to, but thank you. I'm excited for everybody.
Thank you, Jilly. I'll pass the baton. Oh, I was passing it back to you, Christina, but I also wanted to just say that, that Stephanie was like, I don't know, some huge number in the green too. And so she was a huge part of my run. I wanted to acknowledge her, but she's definitely going black this month and might actually double rank to red diamond. That's what she's on pace for. So go team.
Woo, so exciting. I know. Hopefully we'll hear more from Jillian too at some other point. Like, I still want to hear, like, where are all these K clubs coming from? Who are these people? Oh, you're on mute.
Am I? I just really wanted to say, no, you can't hear me?
You're good now.
Okay, sorry. The call's gonna come in, but I really just wanted to recognize that this does not come easy. Ranking does not come easy. That I had my own block, and I was like, I text Jen, Rachel, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm 6,000 points. I'm never gonna get there. I'm just like, I don't see it. I've got the structure. I don't have the points. Oh my gosh, I'm giving up. And then Rachel's like, nope. And Jen's like, you can do this. I believe in you. And then, if you just keep going and use every single day, and then I was 5,000 points over. Like, I'm just saying that as an example. Don't give up. Be with the people that believe in you, and you'll get there.
Yay, so good. Congratulations, Jill. And I loved what you said about, it's not about me anymore. It's about developing my own leadership and developing leaders. So it's so true. And next, you guys, our very last share. I know we all got to pop off, but let's congratulate Miss Christina Amon for 2-star crown. And love to hear about your chill run, Christina, because my last couple re-ranks of crown have also been relatively chill, and duplication happens that way. So love to hear how you did it, who you supported.
Thank you so much. And before I go, actually, I want to just shout out Anna, who had a baby during all of this March Madness, which to me is more exciting than any rank advancement. So excited for that diamond mom and dad baby over there. So I don't expect you to come on camera or anything, but just so excited for that. Yeah, so my thing was that Mary Beth hit crown in January, and I thought I was going to hit 2-star crown because she was going crowns, like, yeah, we're doing this. And then I got mid-month January and I looked at my structure and I was like, oh shit, I'm not going 2-star crown. Damn. So I had a whole recalibration there of really just seeing that what she was doing was driving volume, and it was and I wasn't keeping up with driving all my volume so that everything was rising. It was just her rising. So I was like, whoops, time to get back into prospecting and learning how to raise up leadership. Because Mary Beth's so amazing, she just took the ball and ran with it. So that was like a motivation too. And so I actually had the points for 2-star crown in January and February without ranking it. And this month, I was just like determined. I was like, this is happening. And all I need is a blue diamond. And I've been, like working with Leah and Erica, but it really wasn't like, I didn't have the activation to really hold that for them and the clarity until recently. So this was the month that I was just like, all right, I'm ready to hold that for whoever. And I know both of them are, Erica is like right around the corner from hitting it. And so both of them were like, yes, let's do this. And then it just so happened it aligned for Leah this month. She had somebody come in and triple rank to executive, and just all these different pieces came in. But just to briefly, because I also have a connect call soon, but to briefly share, so I just basically took the month and was like, I'm running for blue diamond. Like, I'm just gonna like Ashley said with Jessica's run, she just took it over and was like, all right, we're making this diamond happen. I'm going to get in there and work with all the levels and all the layers and just embrace, especially when Leah like went off grid and did her vision quest for 2 or 3 days even. She worked super hard all month to set herself up to be able to do that and make it seamless so that I could take over and everybody was connected in with me. And then when she came back, it was also just, she picked up right where she left off. So it was a very responsible time off, and also like really held that prayer and worked in those ways. So so I at some point was like, all right, what's my strategy? Like, it was a push. Like, it was not a automatic, like it was not, Leah wasn't really on pace for blue. There was going to be that we were looking at like, how are we going to like close the gap? There's going to be a push. So I was like, all right, what's my strategy going to be? And that's when I reached out to Leslie. She's all about cash incentives. So I was like, what do you suggest? Like, what would be good incentives here? And she kind of like, said a couple things. And then she was like, I'm here for you. Let me know, like, if you want me to get on a call. So I was like, okay. So, I'm not even sure if she meant to get on a call with all of Leah's team or if she actually meant to get on with just Leah. It was kind of funny. To this day, I don't know, because our communication was just short and fast. But anyway, it worked out. She came on. It was amazing. What she did was come on with full force and activate with the tsunami energy. And Leah was kind of like, oh no, she's going to freak people out. And I was like, what she's doing is filtering out, like, the ones who want to be on that rising tide will be activated by this, and the others won't. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to just meet the activation where it's at. So she did that, and then we just all activated, and she gave me that instruction of like, you're going to do 1 to 2 guest driven events a month. And I was just like, oh my God. And then I got this download. I was like, wait a second, we're already all going live. Let's just concentrate the energy and call it a guest driven event and make squares and flyers for every single one and promote it to the whole team. And so what this does is and then feature your newest, most excited people, especially if they're like, how do I share? What do I do? Like, how do I do this? If you put your brand new people, or even like a month or more into it, and say that we're doing an event for you. Bring all of your people. Now you've got them inviting. Now you've got them learning how to package their story. Like I've been helping so many people package their story, because now they have this little tool they can walk around with and keep sharing and build more confidence and more belief. So like the exponential amount of activation that happened for so many people in such a short window of time during this process of these guest-driven events was pretty mind-blowing. Like that's what really happened. Like it was like this vacuum of leadership opened up, and it was like and just like pulled all these people upwards. Like you had brand new people being featured on Zooms, on guest-driven events that they were inviting all their people to, and they're continuing to share as a tool. Like Jen was saying, it's like, oh, I just was featured on the company call, now I have this tool to share. So that was happening. People are learning to step into their voice, overcoming fears, growth edge, getting into prospecting. Like you're getting people into doing the thing that we need them to do to hit their ranks, which is just reaching out to their networks and getting excited, excite and invite. That's all new people have to do, excite and invite. They don't have to know what they're doing. Like Deetra and Jillian and everybody has said, like we're here to like hold that, but just excite and invite. So we actually had like one person, she hadn't even enrolled yet. She was on her prospecting call. It was like the last day of the month. And we're like, she's a yoga teacher. And we're like, great. So, so we're going to help you get all your yoga students on board to do this 30-day transformation with you. So how much time do you need to invite them all to a Zoom? Like a couple hours? Should we get them all on a Zoom in a couple hours? And then, we'll just talk, you don't have to do anything. So we were like setting up guest-driven events for prospects to bring their prospects to. It was just like that. And we all just like held it. We're all real calm about it. And so that chill piece was that everything was just falling in. Like I just never stressed about it until maybe like, the last like couple hours, like maybe the last hour, I was like, of just like getting in all the last details and stuff. But honestly, compared to like my crown run, that was so intensely internal work to like keep believing that this was happening. I was just like, I just was so confident. And even if I didn't know 100% it was happening, I was like, also like, like we're still going to go through as if it is. We just are. And every time Leah was like, should we hold back points? Should we like not have these people sign up? I was like, no, we're going to keep momentum, because if we do that, then we're definitely not hitting it. So let's just keep going every time. Like just keep going, keep going, keep going. We just went to the end, and we had so many rank advancements and so many people who like, oh, this is how it works. This is what this business is. This is how it works. This is what it can be and how it happens. And so the amount of belief that got activated and people and possibilities, it was so fun and so exciting. And Leah's whole team rising and shining totally. So I think that's pretty much what I have to share. I think we're gonna just as a leadership collective be rippling out this concept of more guest-driven events and helping every single person, even brand new people, package their story so it's tight and concise and deliverable and takes people right where they want them to go. So that's really exciting. And this all, Leslie's Land training. So come to the call today. Tala and I are going to be featured next week. Who's on today? Anybody know who's on the Leslie's Land call? Rachel, are you going to be on? Okay, who knows? Somebody great is going to be on. So that's all I got. Congratulations, everybody. What an exciting month. And let's just keep it going, right? Let's just build on all that momentum. My numbers have been in the green for months and they just keep rising and rising. So it's totally possible. It's what the whole company is doing right now. And thank you all. I love you.